There are definite differences between the Toronto G20 Summit and the Seoul Summit, both occurring this year. In Toronto, the feeling was that on the outside there was more chaos, and yet inside the media center it was much more relaxed. In Seoul, there's less chaos outside the door. The protests seem to be very far away from the action. There have been protests here, but they're not as visible. And yet on the inside, it's far more formalistic. In Toronto, it felt almost like a big sports bar. The World Cup soccer was going on, and so a lot of journalists in between the action would gather around the bar and enjoy Muskoka beers and Ontario wines. There's no alcohol here at the media center in Seoul, and one way to keep journalists happy and occupied is to give them something to drink. It's very formalistic in the sense that the waiters and waitresses are all in sort of a black tie tuxedo. There's a lot of bowing, and it feels a bit stifled. In fact, there's very little coming to the media in terms of information, press releases. There was a steady diet of information flowing to the media center in Toronto. So despite the reputation of the current government regime in Canada that it's not press friendly, it actually felt more friendly towards the press in Toronto. So those are some of the differences that I see from a journalistic point of view. I think Korea did learn from Toronto's mistakes in terms of how to handle protests and how to provide security. But I don't think that Korea learned the best of Toronto in how to keep the media happy.